Welcome and thank you so much for joining us. This is the first of the jam series where we're going to be basically having a little jam at the start, and then we're going to deconstruct that as a way of kind of learning a little bit more about how you can write a kind of coherent piece using D2MS. So without further ado, let's see how this is all set up. So this pattern is made up of, there's a couple of main components, one of which is this strum machine here, so I'm just going to reset that, and basically there are two different versions of that. You can see that basically each strum is 8 steps long, and there's a few mutes in there just to kind of provide a little bit of variety of like how that sounds. And each time I hit, it goes through 8 and then 8, and then if I hit my floor tom, the floor tom has basically got a conductor trig that's doing two things. So it's advancing the where are we? It's advancing the pattern for these two trigs. So basically, you can see that they're actually at the minute advancing kind of. That's how we should be advancing. There we go. Oh no, that actually was right. Bear with me. I must have set them up sort of on opposing sequences, but that's not a problem. That's just kind of how I was setting up my improv. So that does work. So that chord, which is a riff machine on the bass line. So that's a riff that's going through 4 sequences. And then that matches with that one. And then when that gets drawn from pattern 1 to pattern 2, and then it's got the kind of crazier kind of sounding riffs, strums. Then there's another bit of switching going on, which is on our conductor trig, which is on my floor tom here. It's on the rim of the floor tom, and what that is basically doing is it is going between 2 patches, and as you can see, the first one is kind of the basic one that we opened with, that just has some melodic instruments on a few different channels, not a huge amount going on, and then it's got the speech sample on the end. And when I hit my rim, it then brings in all the other channels, including all the drums on channel 13 there. So this one, another interesting thing which I don't think we've encountered before, on here, on this channel, you can see I've actually got a low velocity learning, where normally we kind of experience that with sort of setting a high velocity. So for instance on this one, that velocity for the drum machine starts at 55, so anything under 55 it's just a hi-hat that's gradually gaining dynamics as it gets more, and then as it crosses into the 55 zone, that is triggering. It's basically triggering the hi-hat and the strum machine, and then at the very top velocity the hi-hat moves on to be like more of a clap sort of sound, slowed down clap. And also at the very highest velocity it turns on and off a bit more of a reverb tail. But yeah, so that's one. But going back to this one, we actually have a very small, narrow, low shelf. So what that means is basically when I'm playing regular snare hits, nothing's happening. But if I'm playing from 0 to 13, I get like the very, very low velocity snare, and I also get the little ringing bell sound. So that one is my little fixed machine. So that is at the end there, and that's basically got a that has got a proxy trig on this layer here, and that's pointed at the sample itself. So that is on the machine layer 4. Machine layer 2, sorry. Normally I put that on 4. And yeah, basically what that is doing, if I go back to the proxy sequence, you can see most of the time when I was playing during the performance, I was only playing 1s and 2s, singles and doubles. But if I play a 3,
stay with me for a while.
That's when it's triggering that sample.
I'm lonely.
So within the performance, I was kind of doing a.
Don't go, Jack.
So it was that.
Stay with me for a while.
Kind of tuned in to be the gesture that would trigger that particular sound. Yeah, and then beyond that, we just have a little bit of velocity sensitivity to kind of control some filters. I'm using Drum Computer as an iPad app, which gives me very dynamic drums, and using Gadget for the synthesizer sounds. So yeah, I mean that's sort of a quick walk through how I compose that piece and put it all together. I hope you found that useful. There's going to be a few more of these little jam videos, and then deconstructing how we made the jam. So if that's of interest to you, have a little look at them. I'm going to put them all into one playlist. So until next time, thank you very much. Bye bye.